Hi, Mark here. It is Wednesday, June the 4th, just after 8 a.m. Eastern, just after noon GMT. US session underway. Let's have a look how the markets look as the US session gets started. US dollar index fought back nicely yesterday, a strong day yesterday. You can see that. And looks to be continuing today. A little gap down to start, but is making its way towards yesterday's close. Support sitting at 98.99 and resistance at 99.33. If US dollar strength can continue and there is demand, that 99.33 is the resistance level, and that's what will be targeted. If there's a turnaround now that the US session is underway, and we've seen a turnaround often, we see the market, particularly the US dollar, in a certain direction in the Asian European session, and then a turnaround in the US session. That's what we're looking for, whether there'll be a turnaround or a continuation of what we've seen so far. Sellers, if there is going to be a turnaround and back to US dollar weakness, then the support level here at 98.98 below the 99 level is what will be targeted. But for now, pretty flat and hang around yesterday's close. Let's have a look at the S&P. In pre-market trading, Wall Street will open up in about an hour and a half. And so far, we see again, there is demand. We see a higher high, higher low. S&P gradually but steadily moving higher. You can see that for the last 3-4 days, and now testing resistance at 5,996, the same resistance that was tested in the middle of May last month. However, buyers weren't able to break above that 6,000 level. Sellers stepped in. We'll see today whether there is a break, test and break above that 6,000 mark, or if sellers use this level as a springboard to come down. And if we do see a turnaround, the support level at 5,974 would be the level that sellers would be looking to target. Let's have a look at gold. And once again, continuation of what we saw yesterday. We saw a sell-off yesterday that is continuing so far today, and the same support level being tested, and that's at 3,345. Strong support level. Buyers have stepped in there before. Let's see whether the sellers can break below, or if this is where we get a bounce and buyers enter the market. Let's just zoom in on the hourly. You can see the strong support level here at 3,345. And this is where, as I say, buyers would look to put in a run and show demand for gold and bounce up off this area, looking at yesterday's resistance, and that's at 3,373. And of course, gold could be influenced by the US dollar. Strong US dollar, weak gold, weak US dollar, strong gold. That's the traditional inverse relationship. And so far today, we've seen strong US dollar and weak gold, same as yesterday. We'll see how that plays out. Let's have a look at the Brent oil. Yesterday was strong. We've seen a few up days in Brent oil, higher highs, higher lows. Same resistance today, 65.94, already been tested, and now just hanging around at yesterday's close, around 65.59. Buyers, of course, will be looking to test the 65.94, looking at $66 and higher. Sellers will be looking for a bounce down off this level, which you see now like a double top, and we'll look for this green to turn red, come down and test support at 65.28. If I just zoom in on the hourly, there is the turnaround. You can see there is that, like I said, double top on the shorter time frame on the hourly. Sellers will be looking to come down and test the 65.30 support area. And then Bitcoin, once again, same, following up on yesterday's move lower, sitting at Support right now at 105,000. We've got resistance at 106,000. So a narrow $1,000 range to start. We do have a lower high on the daily from yesterday. And like I say, sellers will be looking to go below that 105,000 level, looking all the way down to 104, 103,000 on the downside. Buyers, of course, haven't been able to close above this 105, 106,000. And again, if buyers do step in at these levels around the 105, we'll certainly be looking up to 106, 107,000 or higher to turn around this sideways trend. It's a downtrend, but certainly is sideways at this point. Buyers were looking for a test and a break above this intraday resistance, getting back up to the 107, 108,000. Good trading, keep that discipline, and I will see you at end of day session.